This week I opened my laptop and my entire week's worth of content for my business was planned for me. I had 3 YouTube videos already scripted up and drafted. I had my Instagram strategy and TikTok strategy both dialed in per platform. I had my newsletter data analyzed, so this week when I send it out, all the emails are going to perform better. And I didn't touch any of this myself. I simply opened up my laptop and Claude did the rest. I'm going to show you all of the 5 Claude Cowork scheduled tasks that are running this for me while I literally do anything else. It's going to be working on my business, going on a walk, traveling, doesn't matter. These are live, scheduled, and running right now, and I'm going to break down the system prompts, why I'm doing this, how to avoid posting AI slop when it comes to this, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to copy every single one. All right, this is important because a lot of people spend their time for social media or AI in general using it in a chatting mode. So they'll go to Claude, they'll say hi, Claude will say hi back, they'll say the next thing, they'll go back and forth, back and forth. Now, while this is effective and it can work, scheduling is essentially like using AI in an automation. Every single week, at a specific time, it runs, I open my laptop and I can see it, right? So I don't have to chat back and forth every single time. It's a waste of time, waste of tokens, waste of your money and your plan. It's scheduled for me. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you the actual scheduled task that does the most amount of work for me. So make sure you stick till the end so you can implement that one because it uplifts every other thing we're going to talk about. Now, the first one we have is a YouTube weekly batch of content. Now, before I do any of this, let me go into Claude Desktop. I have the max plan. I prefer you guys have at least the pro plan to follow along with me. You're going to head to the top. You're going to go to Cowork. You're going to go to scheduled. And now you can see all of the scheduled tasks that you have running. You can see these are all green because they're actually running. I'm actively showing the stuff I use on this channel and because this stuff works really well. So I have a bunch of different things. I'm going to talk about these 5 right now. So here we have the YouTube batch. You can see that it ran yesterday and actually made the script for me right now. This is basically the instructions that Claude is reading to perform the task every Monday at 9 or every Sunday at 9 p.m. That's when I have it scheduled for. So it sets the content, all my YouTube videos for the entire week. Now, if I click into this, by the way, if you want all of these system prompts, everything copy and paste, I will leave it in the first link down below. So you can go ahead and grab that and play around with it for yourself. You can get all of this stuff up and running in probably about 5 minutes. So again, on June 21st at 9, which is this past Sunday, it went to my Airtable, which I'm going to show you in a second. It looked at the videos that I told it to create, and it did all 3 scripts. It verified them and make sure there's no M dashes in them. It ran the report for me, and then it put it in a workspace called, the date/run report on my computer. So it did all of this for me and it actually scripted these 3 videos. How I make $1 per every view I get on YouTube, 5 Claude Cowork scheduled tasks, you're watching this one right now, and then 1 more video right here. So all of these scripts were done for me. You could see the amount of words. So it's actually doing a lot of work. It's writing entire scripts for me. It's doing all of this. When my laptop is closed, I open the laptop, I see everything, I review it, and then I film it, just like I'm filming it right now. Now, how I actually have this system worked out is I have my Airtable dashboard here. So in my Airtable dashboard, I have so many ideas. I have a lot of content ideas, all right? What I basically do is have Claude right here, read the Make Now priority. So every Sunday at 9 p.m., it's going to read the Make Now priority. It's going to read these videos, and whatever is in these priority, it's going to script those videos. So all my job is by Sunday night, this upcoming week, I just need to make sure I have 3 to 5 YouTube videos in here. I have a description of what I want to create. I have the actual title. Claude will take that from Airtable and make the scripts for me, right? So that is how I go about validating it myself because I still want to be at the forefront of what I produce. So I just put them in the Make Now priority. So if I put this video in the Make Now priority, next Sunday, automatically this is going to be scripted for me, right? So that's sort of how I organize myself. You could use Notion. You could use a vibe-coded dashboard that I talk about in my other videos, but it's how I connect sort of a brain. Think about Claude as execution layer in this case scenario. This is sort of my content brain. Everything is housed here. And then this is automatically done with Claude. So Claude reads that and then performs a task like scripting, creating presentations, etc. Like, by the way, again, this presentation was created in the same batch. I wrote the script, created the presentation, and did everything for me. And by the way, if you're running scheduled tasks, make sure they're actually good. These skills we're using to write scripts and everything are based on real client results. We've done over $1 million for our clients through social media. So all of the skills we're using actually work. And that is what makes this such a powerful system because it generates scripts that actually work, hooks that actually gain attention, scripts that actually convert views into clients. So make sure if you are doing this, you know what you're doing when it comes to content. Again, I will leave all of our resources, both paid and free, down below so you can get better at social media and create these things for yourself. Because if you don't have a good prompt for Claude, and you don't really know what you're doing yourself, the output still won't be that good. You're just automating bad output. So that is something to take into account. So this is obviously helpful. Instead of me creating and starting at 0, I have it just to edit. So my job goes from creating to editing. Editing is so much easier. I could literally just edit a video and 2 videos, give Claude feedback. It writes the entire page for me, writes the entire script for me, does the whole presentation. I film it right now, and all in, I'm in for 30 to 45 minutes per video. And these videos make me a lot of money for my business. So it does a lot for me, and it's a really big revenue generating automation that Claude helps me with for social media. Now, the one thing is Claude does forget a lot, right? So Claude sometimes between sessions, if you don't train it right, it forgets a lot, which leads me to scheduled task number 2, Claude memory. So let's go back here. Let's go to my scheduled tasks. Let's go to Claude memory. There we go. You can see that I've run it a few times. And essentially all this is doing is the following. Read every file in my Claude projects, and for each entry, assess, is this still accurate? Flag anything that looks stale, completed, contradictory, etc. Basically, let me know about it. So every single day when I'm running this, so this is running at 9 a.m. every single Monday, I believe, it will basically say, hey, Shaz, what is the status on these things, right? Has this happened? Has this happened? You mentioned this last week. Has that been done yet? You mentioned this. It'll tell me everything, and I'll say, hey, this is good. This is not good. Update this, blah, blah, blah. So now in one single go, I tell Claude everything that's changed about my day-to-day in the last week. Claude will ask me those questions. I answer those questions. And now it has an updated memory across the entire Claude going forward. So I don't have to keep on re-explaining myself. Claude's not missing context. So this is something that is like an infrastructure play that allows everything to be boosted, right? Claude memory, automated, every single Monday, ask me, okay, what has changed since the last time we spoke? I give it, it updates everything across the board. So everything actually performs better because memory is intact and it's up-to-date information. It outputs a memory review for me and just scans everything, all right? And it also outputs it in a specific folder. By the way, you want to be running these inside a specific folder. For example, I have my marketing folder, my operations folder, my personal folders. I have a bunch of different stuff. Make sure everything is organized within your Claude. If you don't know how to do that, again, check out my other videos. I have Claude setup guides 4 days that you could go ahead and copy, especially if you're a business owner, content creator, or a marketer. So it reviews and writes a memory file. And again, every single other thing is drawing from this memory file. So again, it creates a positive net effect on everything that we're doing when it comes to Claude for my business. Third, we have my Instagram strategist. All right. So this one is big. I've been trying to grow on Instagram for a long time now. It's not the most profitable play for me, but I want to have a big Instagram following, right? I want to get to 100K. Like that is my goal. So essentially here, what it's doing is you're acting as Shah's weekly Instagram strategist. You're going to analyze everything, tell them what's working, what's not, what you have to be doing, etc. So this one ran yesterday. This runs every Monday as well. That's a common theme for me. Every Monday, I want to open up my laptop and see everything. So you'll see it gives me a brief for June 22nd. I posted 7 times, which is good. My reach tripled. Cadence is still a bottleneck, so I need to post more. My top recommendation is to do this. So it'll just give me this entire report. Top recommendation, my takeaways, it gives me my metrics. So in the last 7 days, I got this. And the prior 7 days, I got this. So I'm up 200% in terms of week over week growth, which is awesome. And it tells me what did the best for me, signal analysis, so what actually is working, content recommendations for me, and more, right? So how I like to think of this is 1, summary. So this is data. Present the data and summarize it. 2 is action on that data. That's how all of my Claude skills, especially for social media, are built. What is happening? Why is that happening? How can we make it better? And what actions will help us make it better? So that's sort of like what you want to work through. Right? Those are the few steps. And you want to have everything in one single place. So we need a data report. So this is basically just like, okay, what's the current numbers? This is why we're getting the current numbers. So the why. So boom, this is the data. This is why we're getting that current data. So we got 1,000 views. Well, why did we get 1,000 views? Because we posted 5 times. This video did well. Okay, cool. Well, so like analysis, I should say, and then action. What worked? And this is to do next. All right. So for example, we got 1,000 views this week. Okay. Why did we get 1,000 views? Well, we posted 5 times. They only got 200 views. All right, well, 200 views is bad. How can we get it to 500 views? That's the analysis. Well, to get to 500 views, we know we need to do this, this, and this. All right, so that's sort of how I recommend you structure it. Data report, why are we getting that data? An analysis on that data, and then action to get to where we want to go. And then setting goals is also a part of that. All right, so that is the Instagram strategist, and then this is the report it gives me. Again, super helpful. Also, I can set this, if you're a high volume user of any social media, I can set this to daily. Like every single day at 9 a.m., it can just tell me what's working from the previous day. I don't have enough data to do that, but it's something that you can definitely do. And this is super helpful, again, because it tells me what to kill. Like I post a lot of content, that's my goal. And then if I could just say like, hey, Shaz, double down on this and don't do this anymore, that is so helpful to me. So I don't have to look at everything till my eyes bleed. It's like, hey, Shaz, these 5 formats are working, these 3 are not. Don't do that, do these 5. Cool. That is so helpful for me. All my job becomes now is just to create and post, and I can do that. So I get this live feedback loop, and this is really helpful for Instagram. Now, next is TikTok, and TikTok needs its own brain because it's its own platform. Don't just do a short form. Claude project, because short form is Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There's a bunch of different short form platforms. Take the time, make one for each single platform. That's how you get actual growth. Because my TikTok, Instagram perform insanely different, even though I post the same content there, because different platforms have different responses to your videos. All right. So next I have my TikTok strategist as well. TikTok by far from my social medias, my short form gets the most reach. It does the best for me, specifically for leads. So I have my TikTok Copilot right here. And again, everything is just outputted here. Yesterday, it ran a very similar report. So let me go to the report right here. My top recommendations, my completion rate collapsed this period, meaning people are not watching my videos all the way to the end. I posted 6 videos in a week. Okay, 2 or 3 actionable takeaways. Tighten up the videos. The so what reframe is working on the saves. Okay, news. All right, so post news videos. So I'm down a lot on my metrics here, which tells me I have to pick it up. See, I couldn't see that. Okay, I could look at TikTok analytics, but I couldn't see every single thing this easily. So Claude helps you with that. Top 5 videos by engagement rate, outliers to make, remix recommendations. So it gives me so much stuff here. Well, again, what is working? Why is that working? Analysis on what we should be doing better, then action to take on what to do better. All right. So that is TikTok, very similar to Instagram, but again, they have their nuances, they have their differences. So make one for each. And finally, we have the email marketing copilot. This is insanely important. This uplifts everything. My YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok, awesome. Those are just views. This is what actually makes me money as a business owner, because this is what turns people most likely from views into a book call, a paying subscriber, a paying client, whatever it may be. So if we go over to Claude and I go back here, go to scheduled, go to my email marketing copilot, you can see that yesterday I had to talk back and forth with it, and it gave me the following. All right. So it said, this is your newsletter brief. Growth accelerated. So the list finally crossed 3,000. Awesome. So I got 80 people last week, which is great. My open rates are stuck at 24%, 3 points under my baseline. So basically my performance on my emails I'm sending out are going down. So I want to look at that. The body was fine. The CTR on the actual click-through rate is 6%. Great. 2 of my last 3 sends were asks. So what I should do next is run a pure insight with no ask. An ask is like, hey, click this, do this, buy this. Insight is just, hey, this is what I learned. Take it and run with it. All right. So I need to do that next. This week had a second send, engagement offer. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I even did that. Okay, cool. Great. So again, in 3 bullet points here, it tells me what's working, what to do next, where you're falling short. Like it tells me everything right here. I don't need to do anything. If I wanted a bigger brief, I could also do it. In my last video, I talked about how they build a live newsletter tracking platform, which I'll just show you really quickly right here. So this is pretty cool as well. This is live and it just tracks everything. So I can see my click-through rate, my open rate, my subscribers, net new, everything. If you want to watch that video and how to build this for yourself, check my last video. I'll link it up on screen, or just subscribe. It will fall on your feed eventually. This will basically help me with newsletter, but the other one is report. This is live data. All right. And it'll give me insights as well, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much the entire 5 things. Now I have 10 or 20 coming. I have so many things to build out. So make sure you subscribe if you want breakdowns, because I talk about everything here and actually give away the take home prompts and downloadable resources down below. First link in our community if you want to check those out. But that was the YouTube batch, the memory that makes everything better, Instagram and TikTok copilots respectively, and then my email copilot that actually makes me money from all of the places I'm collecting attention on. So my call to action to you, because I genuinely want you guys to use this and win and make money and grow your social media and your brand. That's everything I'm about here. Pick one. If you want leverage, start with the email copilot. If you already have a list, you're already posting, start collecting those emails and use the email copilot. Or if you want some hours back and you want to get on the best social media in the world for business, I'm telling you, it's the best social media in the world for business. I've seen it with countless of peoples in different countries and industries. Start with the YouTube batch automation. Start running that with Claude, start getting some time back, start posting on YouTube and see all of your results. Everything just skyrocket with less of your time invested. So if you enjoyed this video, I'll leave all of our free and paid links down below. If you enjoyed it, leave a subscribe, helps me out a lot and helps my videos land on your feed so you can watch them next. You could also watch this video next, which I guarantee that you will like and enjoy. And I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.